Wow. Okay, I think that when I put this engine in, I don't think I tightened a single AC line on this anywhere. Because this one's also loose. Let's look. Oh yeah, the O-ring is new. I remember putting a new O-ring in it here because it was so hard to, because the whole component right here was so hard to put on. Okay. Nope. Nope, it's an inch and a 16th. There we go. It helps to tighten up all the lines anyway. Let's see. Oh. There we go. Okay, right here into the high side inlet of the evaporators where the orifice tube goes. And I have the orifice tube right here. The way to install these, there's a little arrow right there. You might not be able to see that on the camera, but you might say that the white end of this, or the small end, or the small haft on the other side of the O-rings, is what actually goes into the evaporator, and the long part is the outside part. So we're going to go ahead and slide this in, and I don't know, I've never really worked on an air conditioning system that had an orifice tube in backwards, so I don't know how it would function. It looked to me like it probably would. It would just stop up easy. Well, anyway, and that's an easy way also, find the input and output. You see the outlet side isn't screened while the input side is screened. So I'm just going to go ahead and slide this down in. And it just pushes in. I really don't like fooling with orifice tubes because a good portion of the time, if you have to remove one, they don't come out in one piece. Sometimes, most of the time they will, but there's a lot of times they won't, and I just don't like fooling with them. So that's how an orifice tube goes in. Yesterday, YouTube user Classified commented on my Flex AC testing video. User said, "You mean to tell me you're already checking this and you just bought this?" Sad to say, yes. I've had it in twice, the Flex, for air conditioning problems, and to me it still isn't right. To me, well, I drove it yesterday and it seemed like it was working okay. And now, it just has days where it's hot and cold. To me, I suspect the expansion valve stopped up in it. But that's not my choice because it's under warranty still. But it's under warranty, and they charge it. Like I said, you know, some days, you know, yesterday I drove it and it worked, seemed like it was working good. But the day before that, or one day last week, I drove it and it seemed like it was struggling still. I don't know. Like I said, I have to wait until it gets real hot in order to find out for sure. Those weren't really all that tight either. Well, they don't really have to be all that tight. That rubber O-ring will compress. Ha! When there is an O-ring. Huh. I think when I put this together, I think that I did know that I was going to have to get into it and put O-rings in it anyway. And I think that I just roughed it together to get the engine install done. I think that's what the deal was. Yeah, there's a new O-ring there, but it's the wrong size and it's pinched. Okay. Wow. It seemed to me like I do remember replacing the manifold O-rings. I'm not sure. Okay, so anyway. Now that's tight. Now that's like it should have been. I remember when I worked at the dealership one time, we had a new truck come in with AC issues. Come to find out it had loose lines on it. So yeah, it happens. Alright, all of this gets new O-rings. I'm putting new O-rings everywhere. I think that I have enough oil to go ahead and oil the system. Wow, yeah, that needs an O-ring also. If you look, you can see that O-ring's tore all to pieces. Okay, off camera, I went ahead and put these O-rings in new. Replaced both manifold, well, yeah, all the O-rings here. I've replaced these O-rings and had a little bit of an oil spillage, but I got that taken care of. And I've also replaced these O-rings here. So the next thing to do is to go ahead and hook the vacuum pump and see if it holds a vacuum.